Welcome back to the fifth part of Python for Beginners series. In this video we are going to talk about list. So let's get started by saving a file. I'm going to say list.py. I'm going to define a list. All the elements of a list are inside of these square brackets. I'm going to say, I'm going to make another element or another value in this list. I'm going to say, okay, now I can do something like print L. I'm going to run it and I get all the elements of the list. The first element, by typing 0, it will give me the first element. We type in 0 for the first element because the first element is placed at the 0th index. Then this is placed at the first index and this is placed at the second index. So in order for me to get this, I am going to say 1, to run it, and this time we get the second element. We can also add elements to the list by typing append. Inside this I am going to pass the value which I want to add to the list. I am going to say we are going to print the list again. So over here I am going to print the whole list so that we see the difference. As you can see over here, by the first print statement it printed out apple, banana and cake. In the second one, after appending haha, it printed out apple, banana, cake and haha. As you can see, this is placed at the third index, this at the 0th, this at the first, this at the second, this at the third one. But what if you wanted to add an element at a particular index? For that you will say l.insert and then you are going to define the index. First I'm going to say 0th index, I want to add melon, and I'm going to print the list again. Save it and run it. As you can see, by append we added an element to the last index. By using this you can add it to any index. This time we used the 0th index. You can also remove elements from a list by saying remove. Then you have to give it the value you want to remove from the list. I'm going to say I want to remove haha. I'm going to print it again, save it and run it. As you can see, this has been removed. You can also get the index of a particular value by typing, we're going to print that value and that will be l.index. So over here you will pass the value. So I'm going to say I want the index of apple and I'm going to run it. As you can see, it says 1 because after adding this to the 0th index, apple went to the first index. Say if you have two lists, the second one will be L2. We'll give it some values like 12, 23, 34 and you wanted to add it to the first list. In order for you to do that, you will say l.extend will pass L2. This will add all the values of L2 to L. Then we can print it again. I'm going to run it. As you can see, it added all the values of the second list to the first one. So these are the main operations you can do on a list. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.